This is a review of the Dremel Vise, as well as these things called sanding twigs. And this Dremel Vise I got just recently, and I like it, but there's an awful lot of plastic in it. The main screws are both plastic. Now, what it does is it clamps down to whatever surface, and you can rotate your workpiece all around. And that's really handy for doing this fretwork where you're wanting to sand it, because you're constantly wanting to reposition the workpiece to look at different angles of the workpiece. So it's good in that sense, and also it's very, like, it can extend quite a distance. Here's clamping down hard. You can back off the clamp, and you can clamp a very large item in there. All right, so it's a good size clamp. Now that's good and bad in that it's awkward to store, but it's good in the sense that you have a lot of freedom. This head also removes, and one that holds a Dremel tool also goes in. That's a nice feature as well. I probably won't use that as much, but there's a screw underneath that screws it to the workbench. And as you can see, that screw is made of plastic. And that's my concern with this thing, is all the screws are made of plastic. Now, it was like 40 bucks, 43 bucks. And it's like, if you made it 45, could you have used metal? As it is, this thing probably will last maybe 5 years, I don't know. And then you have to buy another one, which is a little disappointing. But that's kind of probably their planned obsolescence business model. But overall, I like it because it serves the niche, which is you can use this to hold a workpiece that's otherwise hard to manipulate, and then move it around in ways that's very articulated. So that's good. Okay. Now the second thing is these things called sanding twigs, which they've been around a while. I just found out about them. So sanding twigs, and you can make these yourself, but what's your time worth? Because with this very fine scroll work right here, you have to get in here and sand this like that. And then you want to do in here, and you want to, work around the scroll pattern. Do you really want to be cutting these? So what they are is they're sandpaper on both sides with some sort of like spongy material in between to hold them somewhat rigid. And the reason why I bought the vise is I was using these one-handed and holding the workpiece in the other hand. And you're getting about half of the effort. When the workpiece is rock solid, then you can move it with both hands, and you can get a much better sanding smooth. So this here is now smooth. This piece is smooth. So in a few hours work, it'll cut quite a bit of time off my work, basically, sanding. So that makes it worth, I think it was 15 bucks for 100. So they're about, less than, maybe about a penny each. So they're worthwhile. This is a piece of fretwork I'm working on. This is my last thing I was working on. I'm doing these as skill builders with the scroll saw, cutting oddball things, and I made a number of mistakes, but sandpaper helps, hide mistakes. This one could be a Christmas ornament, which is what it's sort of billed as. And this is going to be a trivet for a coffee pot. So that are my latest 2 reviews on my latest project.